Have you ever stopped to ponder the machinery of your own mind? Like the vast cosmos, our minds are intricate systems governed by unseen forces. In his groundbreaking work, Thinking, Fast and Slow, Daniel Kahneman takes us on a guided tour of this inner universe. Understanding how these systems operate is key to making better decisions and navigating complex situations. In the vast expanse of our minds, two distinct systems of thinking operate: System 1 and System 2. System 1 is the intuitive, automatic part of our thinking that operates quickly and effortlessly. System 2 is the more deliberate, analytical pilot in our minds, engaging in complex reasoning and problem solving.
Imagine driving down a familiar road on a bright sunny day, your mind wandering to the errands ahead. This is System 1 in action, the autopilot of your mind, effortlessly navigating the familiar. However, like any autopilot system, System 1 has its limitations and can lead us astray in unfamiliar or complex situations. From the moment we are born, System 1 is hard at work, shaping our perceptions and guiding our actions. As we grow, System 1 continues to build its repertoire of automatic responses, making complex tasks feel effortless. This transition from conscious effort to automatic response is a hallmark of System 1.
Expertise is less about innate talent and more about the extraordinary development of System 1 through years of practice. Experts have trained their System 1 to recognize patterns and make rapid judgments with remarkable speed and accuracy. However, even experts are not infallible and can still be swayed by biases and emotions. System 2 is slow, methodical, and analytical, requiring conscious attention and mental effort. This system is essential for complex cognitive tasks that require sustained focus and mental effort. However, System 2 is also lazy and prefers to conserve its energy, often relying on System 1's quick judgments. When we dedicate our full attention to a task, System 2 can achieve remarkable feats of reasoning and problem solving. However, System 2's limited capacity for attention makes it prone to errors when we're tired or overwhelmed. This susceptibility to biases highlights the importance of managing our mental energy and focus. System 2, despite its capacity for logic and reason, is inherently lazy and prefers to avoid mental exertion. This tendency to conserve cognitive energy can lead to biased thinking and poor decision-making. Recognizing this laziness is crucial for making more rational, informed decisions. Our minds rely on heuristics, simple rules of thumb that allow us to make quick judgments and decisions. While heuristics can be useful, they can also lead to systematic errors in judgment, known as cognitive biases. Recognizing and understanding these biases is crucial for making more rational, informed decisions. The availability heuristic describes our tendency to overestimate the likelihood of events based on how easily examples come to mind. Vivid, emotionally charged memories can lead us to overestimate their probability, impacting our judgments and decisions. By recognizing the availability trap, we can learn to question our assumptions and make more rational choices. Section 3. Anchoring how our first impressions can mislead us. Imagine you're at a flea market haggling over the price of an antique lamp. The vendor, a seasoned negotiator, starts by suggesting an outrageously high price.
You take an aback counter with a much lower offer. The final price you agree on, while seemingly reasonable, is likely still influenced by the vendor's initial inflated anchor.
Anchoring refers to our tendency to rely too heavily on the first piece of information we receive, the anchor, when making judgments and decisions, even if that information is arbitrary or irrelevant. This bias can manifest in surprising ways.
For example, studies have shown that students asked to estimate the product of 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 tend to give lower estimates than those asked to estimate the product of 8 times, 7 times, 6 times, 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times, 1, even though the answer is the same.
The first number presented serves as an anchor, influencing the subsequent calculations. Anchoring can have a significant impact on our financial decisions, negotiations, and even our perceptions of value.
By being aware of this bias, we can learn to challenge our initial impressions, seek out alternative perspectives, and avoid being swayed by irrelevant or misleading information.
Section 4, the overconfidence bias, the illusion of control. Imagine you're playing a game of chance, like rolling dice or picking a card from a deck. You feel a surge of confidence, convinced that you can predict the outcome.
This belief in our ability to control events that are largely determined by chance is a classic example of the overconfidence bias. This pervasive bias leads us to overestimate our abilities, our knowledge, and the precision of our predictions.
We tend to be overly optimistic about our chances of success, often failing to account for the role of luck, randomness, and the limitations of our own understanding. This bias can manifest in various ways.
For example, entrepreneurs often overestimate their chances of success, leading to business ventures that are statistically unlikely to succeed. Investors might be overconfident in their stock-picking abilities, leading to risky investment decisions.
The overconfidence bias is not about arrogance or delusion. It's a fundamental aspect of how our brains make sense of the world. Our minds crave certainty and control, and the overconfidence bias provides us with a comforting, albeit often illusory, sense of mastery over our environment.
By recognizing this bias, we can learn to approach decisions with more humility, acknowledge the limits of our knowledge, and make more realistic assessments of risk and reward.
The perils of intuition in the financial cosmos. The stock market is a complex system where fortunes are made and lost daily. Intuition often holds sway, seducing investors with hot tips and quick riches.
Kahneman shows our financial instincts are often flawed. The disposition effect makes us sell winners too early and hold losers too long.
This behavior, driven by loss aversion, leads to significant losses. System 1 hijacks our decision-making, leading us astray.
Understanding our biases helps us make rational financial decisions.
The double-edged sword of heuristics in healthcare. In healthcare, where life and death decisions are made daily, intuition and reason play a crucial role.
Medical professionals, despite rigorous training, are susceptible to cognitive biases, impacting patient care.
Heuristics help experienced clinicians make rapid decisions in emergencies.
An ER physician might quickly diagnose a heart attack based on symptoms and history.
This pattern recognition can be life-saving.
However, heuristics can also lead to errors and biases.
Balancing intuition with evidence-based medicine is key to mitigating risks. Section 3. When biases cloud our social constellations. Our social lives, rich tapestries woven from countless interactions, are not immune to the subtle influences of cognitive biases.
These mental shortcuts, while often helpful in navigating the complexities of human relationships, can also lead to misunderstandings, misjudgments, and strained connections.
Consider the confirmation bias, our tendency to seek out and interpret information in a way that confirms our pre-existing beliefs.
Imagine you have a strong first impression of someone as being unfriendly. You might unconsciously interpret their subsequent actions through this lens, focusing on instances that confirm your initial judgment and downplaying or dismissing evidence to the contrary.
This confirmation bias can create a self-fulfilling prophecy, perpetuating negative perceptions and hindering our ability to form accurate, unbiased impressions of others.
Similarly, the halo effect, our tendency to generalize from one positive trait to a person's overall character, can lead us to form overly positive impressions of individuals based on superficial qualities such as physical attractiveness or social status.
Conversely, the horn effect, the opposite of the halo effect, can lead us to form overly negative impressions based on a single negative trait.
These biases, while often operating beneath the surface of conscious awareness, can have a profound impact on our social interactions, influencing whom we befriend, whom we trust, and even whom we choose as romantic partners.
By recognizing these biases and cultivating a more mindful approach to our social perceptions, we can foster more authentic, meaningful connections, appreciating the richness and complexity of each individual we encounter. The power of knowing, how awareness reshapes our thinking. Imagine stepping out of a darkened room and into the bright light of day. At first, your eyes are blinded by the sudden illumination, but gradually your vision sharpens and you perceive the world with newfound clarity. This is the transformative power of awareness in understanding our minds. Awareness of cognitive biases helps us become more conscious, deliberate thinkers. It allows us to question our intuitive judgments and seek alternative perspectives, like a skilled navigator guiding us towards more rational shores. A more rational tomorrow, embracing the journey of cognitive growth. Embracing the insights of thinking fast and slow is not about achieving some unattainable state of perfect rationality. Our minds, with their intricate web of biases and heuristics, are not designed for such flawlessness. Instead, it's about embarking on a journey of continuous cognitive growth, recognizing our limitations and striving to make more informed, thoughtful choices. Psychologist. Imagine this journey as an ongoing dialogue between your impulsive System 1 and your more deliberate System 2. As you become more attuned to the interplay between these two systems, you can learn to anticipate System 1's quick judgments, to question its assumptions, and to enlist the aid of System 2 when more careful deliberation is required. This heightened awareness can have a ripple effect across all aspects of our lives. In our personal relationships, it can foster greater empathy and understanding, allowing us to see beyond our own biases and connect with others on a deeper level. In our professional endeavors, it can lead to more informed decision-making, enhanced creativity, and greater effectiveness in navigating complex challenges. Psychologist, and in the broader societal context, a collective embrace of these insights has the potential to foster more rational discourse, bridge divides, and promote more equitable outcomes for all. By recognizing the biases that shape our perceptions and judgments, we can create a more just and compassionate world, one mindful decision at a time. Unveiling the universe within. As we conclude our exploration of thinking fast and slow, we return to the metaphor that launched our journey. The vast, intricate universe within each of us. Like astronomers peering deep into the cosmos, we too have embarked on a voyage of discovery, seeking to understand the forces that shape our thoughts, emotions, and actions. Daniel Kahneman, our guide, has provided us with a powerful lens, the dual system model of thinking. System 1, our autopilot, navigates the familiar and triggers emotional responses. System 2, our capable controller, handles tasks requiring sustained focus and complex reasoning. We've delved deeper, uncovering cognitive biases, mental shortcuts, and systematic errors. These biases shape our choices, influence our relationships, and determine the course of our lives. Toward a more enlightened cosmos, the true value of Kahneman's work lies not in merely cataloging our cognitive shortcomings, but in empowering us to overcome them. By shining a light on the hidden workings of our minds, thinking fast and slow challenges us to become more conscious, deliberate thinkers, to recognize the biases that can cloud our judgment and to develop strategies for mitigating their influence. This is not a call to abandon our intuition altogether. System 1, with its rapid processing and effortless efficiency, remains an essential tool for navigating the complexities of daily life. Rather, it's about cultivating a more balanced relationship between our two systems, learning when to trust our gut and when to engage our more analytical minds. Imagine a world where individuals are more aware of their own cognitive biases, where leaders approach decisions with greater humility, where consumers are less susceptible to persuasive marketing tactics, and where citizens engage in more reasoned and respectful dialogue. This is the promise of a more enlightened cosmos, a world where understanding the interplay between our fast and slow thinking can lead to more informed choices, stronger relationships, and a more just and compassionate society. The journey toward this more enlightened state begins with each of us. By embracing the insights of thinking fast and slow, we embark on a lifelong quest of self-discovery and cognitive growth, striving to become more aware of the forces that shape our thoughts and actions. In doing so, we not only enhance our own lives, but also contribute to a brighter future for all.